Hey folks, welcome back to the Portable Gamer. Welcome back to Train Sim World 2020, and welcome to the Peninsula Corridor route. We are in the MP36PH 3CCT, and we are going to practice. We're going to have half a HUD today. It's not quite no HUD, but we're working our way toward no HUD. So let's get this thing set up while we're waiting for our passengers to load, and we need this thing right there. And we need lights. I think bright. It's about 6 a.m. So we'll go with bright lights, and let's work our way through. That's good. Instrument lights on. These three need to be on. Gauge lights on. Brake. That's all good. That's all good. That's good. Ground lights, step and platform lights. I don't think we need any of those. And what was the other thing? My reading lamp. I like to read. Turn that on. I don't think we need it this time of day, but it can't hurt. So I need to turn this on right now because I can't find another clock anywhere in the cab to see when we're meant to close the doors. So I really want to practice working with no HUD, but it's not, I don't know. I feel like the game isn't always configured for no HUD. We are going to miss our stops today. I'm less worried about that than I am about learning the signage. So, brakes off. All right, pressures come up. Here we go. So speed limit is 10 now, and as soon as we get rolling, I will turn off the lower HUD. I'll turn this off. So we know we're at 10 now. And we can see that we're going to 25 in a little over 500 yards. I want to leave that top right HUD on, half a HUD. I want to leave that top right on. And you know what? We're going to turn this reading light off because we're getting a bad glare. That's better. We're going to leave the little HUD on because what I really need to do is practice coordinating like, so this is a yard signal right here at 30 meters, 30 yards. And that is green. So the switch in front of us it's okay for us to pass through it. All right. And then there's another one. I'm assuming that's that one at 140 yards. And then we'll go to 25 miles per hour in a little over 400 yards. The front of the train will. We can't go up to 25 until the back of the train goes through. So just learning all this stuff, I feel like it really needs to be learned per route. And the top left corner, you can see we've got like where our stops are. I don't know how to figure that out other than learning it per route, right? Learning where your break points are per route, because I can't see any signage trackside to indicate like you're getting to a station in 1,000 yards, 500 yards, whatever, or 22nd Street station coming up in 1.3 miles. I can't spot anything like that. And so other than memorizing it, literally memorizing it, I don't know any other way that you could nail your stops. So let's just practice it, right? Let's practice it and see if we can at some point get good enough to be able to run these routes with no HUD at all. I can do it on German routes, but I feel like their signage is a lot more, I don't know. It's like you just get more information from it. And it's bigger too. You'll see when we get to some of these signs up here, they're really, really tiny and they go by really fast. So we get another switching signal here. Is that for us? Yep, that's telling us it is okay to proceed. We're not going to get bound up going through a switch that is set the wrong way. The X is, I believe, the horn signal. It indicates a crossing. So we do get to play with the horn quite a bit. All right, so we've got, when it comes out from behind the post, yeah, we've got our speed limit sign here. So this is going to be 25 unrestricted, 10 restricted once the tail of our train passes that sign. And we need to sort of, I don't know, guess, count it off. I mean, there is a way to do that, is there not? And I think there's a technology to do that as well, but we're just going to need to do a little sort of dead reckoning and just estimate when we've gone through there. We could go third person and visually check it, but I want to avoid that if at all possible. Stay out of that habit. Right. And then we've got up here, we've got 40 over 10. So yeah, that corresponds to what we're seeing in the top right HUD. So I think we're okay for 25 now, but not 40 yet. And this is our first main block signal. So we're green there, good to go. And we do have a station coming up in about a mile. I ran through this first part a couple times earlier today, and I think, moment please. I think my breakpoint for this station is going to be the beginning of the tunnel, or maybe the midpoint of the tunnel, because we do head through a tunnel up here. And other than that, like I said earlier, I think it's just going to be memorizing the route like you memorize a racetrack, and just know where your breakpoints are. And we've also got, yeah, we can bump up to 75 in a couple hundred yards, but there's no reason to, because we'll just be stopping anyway. All right, so I want to see a sign for this. And then the speed reduction signs are in orange. Yeah, so that is 75 unrestricted, 40 restricted. Okay. So the speed restriction signs are then in orange, as they are in Germany, and the actual like transition to that new speed limit, some of them seem unmarked or they're facing the other way. I'm not really clear on that. I'm not clear on a lot of things, and I've been trying to study this stuff. I've been like checking out Wikipedia's left and right, Reddit's here and there, trying to figure this stuff out. I really find it fascinating, and the only thing I'm really cautious about is there's a rumor that some of this stuff is implemented wrong by Dovetail, so you'll make yourself crazy if you're trying to do these routes with no HUD, just based strictly on signage, because the signage is broken and not implemented properly. I hope that's not the case. I think in some of the later DLC, they got it sorted out a little better, and it works a little better. Some of the first DLC I know, not so good, but hopefully these more recent DLC, they got their business together. All right, so we're gonna stop here. Hey, at least we got close to our mark. All right, so door's unlocked, and we're in, let me pop this up just to confirm. Yeah, we're in like a 70 right now, and then we're going to a 79. So we can accelerate to 70 as soon as we leave here, and then in about a half a mile, we can bump up to 79. Okay. The main thing I'm concerned about is when we get to some of these tiny signs, when we're kind of hauling ass, that they go by so quickly, and they're very, very small. All right, brakes come down. And we're headed to Millbrae. Trying to be mindful of passenger comfort and not just go absolutely pedal to the metal when we're leaving a station. I know in old Train Simulator, old Microsoft Train Simulator, I know there was a passenger comfort rating that you could get. I'd like to see something like that brought into this as well, just so we're not, you know what I mean, beating up the passengers. Let's close this window. There we are. And we've got 11 miles to go. I don't think we're going to make it all the way to the end of the route, so we'll just go 30 minutes as we do, and then I'll finish off camera and check my score, see how we did. I do like this sim. All right, so this says, what's that? Green for us, red for traffic that goes off to the side there. Is that how that works? I don't know. I'm trying to learn them all. They're all different. There's no standardized system. They're all different for every country. I love it. All right, so that is 79 over 40. And I think our our big booty will be well clear of that before we hit 79. So we're just going to stay at max throttle, and by the time that clears, we can just continue accelerating. All right, next we've got 65 miles per hour and 2.3 miles. So I would say we need to just keep an eye on these signs. There's these little ones too. Little ones with the numbers counting up. I don't know if those are like mile posts, mile markers, or if those are used to calculate when the back of your train is clear of that speed limit. I mean, I know this stuff is it's engineering. It's very methodical and systematic. I just haven't cracked the code on all of it yet. All right, so I'm gonna bring us in mid 70s. I don't want to take it all the way up to 79 miles per hour. Oh, and I got to turn this on too. There we go. Turn the alerter on as well. One more thing to keep in mind and keep track of. And what I want to do, even though we have the green signals up in the corner, I want to, well, you know what? We can do better than that. Hang on. We can do this. We can just go with speed limit changes, and now we're not warned in advance of signals. We're only going to see those as we get to them. So we're green here. All right. Make this as difficult as possible. I don't know what the S is. So that's our warning for 65. And half a mile is about, or 0.6 miles is about 1K. So I think we get those warnings at about 1,000 yards. So let's get down to 65. We'll get down to 60. That was the alerter, by the way. Different tone than on the German routes, naturally. All right, so this is going to tell us we'll be at 65. Yeah, was that like behind that other sign? Oh, barely saw it. And we're okay. 65 now, we're at 60, and then we're going to 79 right now once the back of the train clears that. Yeah, like all those little signs on the back of the platform, they're so hard to spot as we're going past. All right, so we can bump this back up now. There's quite a bit of passenger traffic on this route. I know we haven't seen anything yet, but typically you see a lot of other trains headed the opposite direction. I do like that on a route. All right, and we're going to 70 in a little over a mile. So we don't need to take it all the way up to 79 and then bring it back down. I think I might just keep it right about 70, and we can just tap the brakes as we get closer. Time, 14 minutes. Okay, we're doing all right. So we got that last indicator that we were reducing speed. We got that about 0.6 miles out. So let's see if we get this one going down to 70. Let's see if we get it about the same. Not there. I didn't see one at all. Didn't see anything indicating a drop in speed. Okay. I'll try it again. Off camera, I'll try it again and see if I just missed it. All right. Yeah, like that's the actual transition that we just passed right there, and it looked like that sign was headed. It looked like it was facing the other way. So it could be that its sign doesn't have anything written on it. It's just a visual indicator, like the outline of the sign lets you know that speed limit that you're dropping to begins here. All right, but unknown. And then we're going back up to 79. Another couple hundred yards. Yep, there's that one. Green signal for the main line. 79 over 50. Okay. So let's get up to about 75, and we've got a little over 4.5 miles into the stop. And 2.5 miles, we're going to 65. Oh, man. Yeah, I'm trying to imagine doing this with no HUD at all. That would be tricky. All right, so that is that. Oh, and I'm trying to look for X's too, the crossing symbol for the horn. Yeah, there's some traffic. All right, so that's 4.2 miles. And let's start looking for a 65 mile per hour sign. Yeah, it's not going to be any of these. Okay, there's our sign, 65 over 50, and we're actually going 65, so we're okay. Leaving the bell on, because we have multiple crossings there. All right, and there's that sign again, the one that we just passed. Doesn't have anything written on it. It's just an outline. And I think that when you pass a sign indicating the speed will drop, I think that that outline sign, right, with nothing on it, I think that's indicating the new speed limit zone starts now. Okay, it's all making sense. Well, sort of. Time, 18 minutes. Yeah, we're doing all right. We've got these over here now. Yeah, signs on the left, signs on the right. It's complicated. All right. Don't know what that was indicating. That says we got a new speed limit, but I didn't see anything letting us know we were going to a new speed limit. Let's just assume 65 and keep it at 63. We'll get into Millbrae and then deal with things from there. All right, still getting green signals. I think we started braking a little early for that one. Right. I don't know how we're doing on time. I just mostly want to focus on signage today, but we'll take a look at the end, or I will. I think, yeah, we'll go. Let's go one more stop, and that hopefully that'll be about 30 minutes. Doors closed. Brakes off. Right, and going to 75 miles per hour in 60 yards, but I don't see the sign. Yeah, I mean, there was that one on the left, but it was facing the other way. I didn't see what was on it. Yeah, that's what I mean. You know, I want to, I want to do it the right way, but if Dovetail didn't include all the information that I need on the trackside signage, how am I to do that? So we'll figure it out. All right, so we're at 75 now, and then we're going to 79. Is that correct? Yeah, there's that one. So this is 79 over 50. Okay. And I think, yeah, just about the time we get to, well, we won't make it all the way to 79, but just about the time we get to 75, we'll need to start braking. All right. All right, hit our mark. That's a good thing. Turn that bell off. That's a good thing. Beautiful. All right, 26 minutes. You want to go one more stop? I want to go one more stop. Let's go one more stop. Hit the coffee, and we're good to go. Wait a minute. That means we're on time. Wow, we got to the stop somehow on time. Interesting. So we do need the HUD. Yeah, so there's no way to see the clock without having the HUD up. All right. Close doors. Get rid of that. Brakes off. Perfect. Yeah, San Mateo should be just right for 30 minutes. We can open this. Depending on the time of day when you run this route, the stops are completely different. That's another thing I'd like to see, some way to, I don't know, just know that or sort it out, to have a, almost like a manifest, and know which stops are going to be yours for that route for that time of day. Because without the HUD, there's no way to know it, unless that's what they intend the HUD to be. I don't know. All right. We'll get into San Mateo and call it. Yeah, that'll be just about 30 minutes. I'll keep working on this off camera. I would like to do, as we did with the German route, I would like to do a full end-to-end no HUD and get all our stops and all our speed limits exactly where they need to be. This is going to be a little tight. Maybe we carried a little bit too much speed in here. No, nope. It'll be just about right. There you go. There you have it. I'm going to hop outside. Hang on. I'm going to open the doors first. Then I'm going to hop outside. Folks, thanks for stopping back to check out the Portable Gamer. Thanks for joining us for another episode of Train Sim World 2020. This is the Peninsula Corridor route. We'll see you next time. Take care now.